Hello everyone. After about 4 hours work, you see in front of you here are the dismantled parts of a Taylor Hobson Model D engraving machine. I forgot to bring the camera with me to film the actual taking it apart. Sorry about that, I will endeavour to do better in future. But this is going to be a nice little project. This is a 254 kilo lump of cast iron. That's about 4.5 Ms. I am in dire need of painkillers. But this machine, I found it underneath a big pile of scrap metal we cleared out recently, and rather than let it go to scrap, go into the place, said yeah, just take it, it's going to go to scrap anyway. And it's a lovely machine. It's a pantograph engraver. The pantograph is over here. Probably not the best way to be storing it right now, but I don't have a lot of space. The idea of pantograph is a set of parallel bars that you can adjust to rescale what it is you are copying from. And you copy from this, I think it's called the work plate. You see here, all these engraved. There's a needle that goes in these, traces them out, and then because of the leverage involved, the angles involved, it forms a much smaller version. I believe it goes down to, well, it goes very small indeed. There goes up on the work table there, which is a sort of knee set up like you might find on some mills. There's the head of it, and that's the base of it. And yeah, this is going to be an interesting project. I've just finished building a new lean-to on my shed. I'm going to, once I've taken some painkillers and how to sit down, I'm going to be moving this lot of wood in the corner out of the way and move the base of the machine over there, get it all under cover. Because although we're having spectacular heat wave at the moment, nothing lasts forever. At least I hope not all the grass has died. I hate to think what it's doing to the crops. But yeah, I'm going to get this all under cover and probably borrow my dad's pressure washer and give it a clean out, because that's been, although it was somewhat protected by a big pile of scrap, it has been outside for 4 years without any proper cover. So there's a lot of muck to clear out and a lot of rust to Scotch Brite off. Then what I'll probably do is clean the base up, you know, get any rust patches off, give it a respray and a repaint, and once that's done, that'll be in a permanent position. I've got something to work from because everything goes onto that base. It's a dumb item, there's no mechanical elements in that base, so it's fine. Once all it needs is a paint job, if that, a clean up and a paint job. So once that's done, it can sit and I can just add the rest of the parts back onto it, and it means the project will continually be taking up less and less space. And as you can probably tell from how crowded things are, that's a good thing. Alright, so I'm going to do some tidying up today because I've got a lot of material that's getting in the way of doing productive work. So I want to just get these off, because then I can put some proper amounts of oil on it. Get these, that's like this sharpened butter knife I've had since it used to belong to my grandfather. Oddly enough, it's quite a nice little spudger. It's actually got some leverage, it's still having a handle. I'd recommend anyone have one. It's a bit sharper than a butter knife used to be though. So. Let's pop right off, this is no problem. They are a little bit friable though, they feel like they're going to snap at some point. They're not in the best of shape. I haven't looked into how much new ones cost, so I'm not exactly going to just tear them off. This is mostly surface rust. I mean, it's a bit pitted down here where it's been trapped behind the letters. I've already taken some off down there. But it should clean up for the most part with some Scotch Brite or the like. Limited. I'm going to clean the rest up with sugar, so I was going to try and borrow my dad's pressure washer, but getting it over here is going to be a bit of an arse, so Get some sugar soap, clean it by hand. I've ordered some silver hammerite. I mean, it's not quite the right shade. This is sort of a, I don't know, green almost, but it's got a hammered finish, so hopefully silver hammerite will do. Managed to get a nice deal on it. They're on the old promotional tins with 33% extra free. So I've got a full litre of that coming. This should be ample for doing this up. So I'll scrub it with sugar soap to get the worst of it off. Then I'll probably just score the surface up with a wire wheel, just so the this one's a tough one. Just so the paint will bite. The good thing about hammerite is that you don't need to really prime the surface. Let's see. Spacer. These out because they're a bit trapped. Let's finish getting these out first. I'm trying to keep light duty today. I had the Trump protests happening in town, but I've spent so much the last few weeks carrying things a lot heavier than what I'm used to. I have damaged myself somewhat, so frankly I need to take a day off because I wouldn't be any good at the protests today anyway. A little bit, I would be stopping and starting every bit. And I feel bad not being there, but I've already pushed myself to my limit. There we go. Right. Yeah, get some oil on those. Hopefully they'll free up a little bit, enough to get them removed. If not, then well, we'll have to try some messy ways of getting them off. Okay, so what I've done is just run the couple of wire wheels around the inside of the base of the engraver. That's just because it was pretty corroded in there and I want to run the hammerite first. So I've just taken off the loose stuff, giving it a dust out, and give it a go painting on and stippling it on, which is apparently a better way of doing it for the outside. So I want to give that a try and make sure it's the right sort of technique to use. What I got there is 1 litre of silver hammered finish hammerite. It should be the ideal stuff for the job. Nice deal. I got just the 750ml tin, but with 33% extra free. Let's first just try an area, just paint it when it's regular. I'll go, let's see, paint on the right hand side. And I'll stipple on the left. Bacon. Well, okay, first coat of paint is on. I'm only just supposed to need one for hammerite anyway. So on the right hand side, just up and down it with the brush as normal. On the left hand side I have stippled it, and from offhand it's, yeah, the stippled side looks a lot nicer. I mean, it's actually got a texture to it, which may not be a good thing, I don't know. But yeah, you really got you can see the brush streaks in that so easily, particularly if you get up close. Literally right again. But yeah, the stippled side looks much better, much more even. There's a few bits where it looks a bit thin. It maybe could do with recoating. What I will do is, once this is dry, I will try stippling over the top of the brush side, just to get an idea on how well that comes up. It hasn't coated as evenly as I thought it would. So yeah, we'll see if stippling on top of the brush coat, that acts as like a base coat and that will act as a finish coat maybe. We'll see how it turns out. But so it's just almost slopped on, just to seal it all up, stop it getting any worse in there. And then tomorrow probably, I'll get this a good wash down with some sugar soap. Take the wire wheel to it with this textured footplate area, get the little nooks and crannies, and then yeah, start painting this up, because this used to be a hammered style finish, but it was professionally applied, so yeah, it's got a smooth physical surface and just a textured appearance. We'll see how the stippled side comes out compared to that. So this apparently used to be silver of some sort, but it has not survived well in the sun. As you can see, paint's touch dry now. There is a slight texture on the stippled side, slight physical texture, but it's not quite as what's the word, egregious on the brush side. So I'm inclined to think go with the stipple and possibly just put a bit more paint on the brush. I might have been almost close to dry brushing it. Find out tomorrow and clean off all this muck. Ugh.